Well, 2019 draws to a close tonight, and I've just been spending a bit of time the last couple of days trying to get on top of this paperwork, which seems to mount up when in the winter when we're off the early hours working with Andy, and then getting back late at night. It all tends to pile up, so I thought I'd take a day or two just to try and get on top of it and get on top of some emails and phone calls and whatever else I need to do before the new year. So I thought I'll have a little break, make a little video just to say thank you to everyone for your support through 2019, and it might be worth just spending a few minutes just to recap on what we've been up to this year. So it's been a really crazy year, obviously, with the installation of the new kit in late 2018 that finally got completed. This is the first full growing season with that kit, so really excited to get going and get tucking into the growing season with this new kit which was designed around improving the palatability and the digestibility of the cereals in our mixes. So really eager to get going and get the fish, see how they're performing on this mix with the new kit. So really excited to get going with that new kit this year, but obviously it didn't come out without its problems. It's a big project and a massive investment for me with all the new kit and that we needed in the plant, and it was a big decision for me with the business growing like it was, and whether or not to reinvest and take it that next step and give the customer what they want with the breakdown times and improving the digestibility of these cereal mixes that we use. So yeah, it's been the first growing season with that. Obviously we had plenty of problems with teething problems with the kit, as you'd expect, I guess. And it's a real headbanger, you know, after I spent all that money and reinvested in the business, and then we started getting these issues. I thought it would be plain sailing once it was all in. I thought the stress was over, but it wasn't to be. We had plenty of issues with the kit setting up, and a few problems with the boiler, and it's just getting a right headbang. I was pulling out my hair halfway through the summer thinking what we'd done. That was the wrong decision, I was starting to think, but eventually, bit by bit, managed to get on top of each problem. And we finished the year strong, I think. Everyone seems to be happy. Lots of great feedback, lots of great growth rates, and at home they've responded as well as I could have wished. We did a test net halfway through the summer, and already by sort of June time, the fish had already reached their target weights that I'd hoped for them to reach by the end of the year, really. So yeah, it was really encouraging to see that. And after netting the ponds in the summer and seeing them pack on all that weight already, I was really keen to keep the feed going in and seeing what I could achieve by the end of the year. And I think it's fair to say that it's probably been the best growing season for me at home, and I wouldn't leave it to coincidence. I do think that this new kit has really proved itself in what we'd hoped it would, with improving the digestibility and the absorbency of cereals, and I don't think it's a coincidence that we got our first the best growing season we've ever had from it. So yeah, really pleased with that. It's nice to turn a negative of all these issues we're having in the spring and the start of the summer into a positive at the end of the year. So yeah, brilliant year of growth, for growth in terms of growth at home. And I'm sure if you follow us on social media, you're probably aware that I've got a few ponds at home that we use. That's how I founded the business, growing, feeding fish at home. So yeah, it's by no means an intensive fish farm or an extensive aquaculture project. It's more of a sort of hobby thing for me, going and feeding the fish through the summer, watching them feed over my cereals that we make. So that's how the business was founded, and at the end of the year we supply a few fisheries, a few friends, local friends, good friends of mine, with a few fish around here, and it's nice to, really rewarding time of year, and in the winter once you've been feeding your carp all summer, and being able to supply a few fisheries around in the area, and watching them grow into massive fish that anglers can enjoy. So yeah, another really good year in terms of supplying fish as well. We had lots of C3s this year, so it's real nice, really rewarding to take them to fisheries. I find them quite unique, the fish that we produce, in the starbursty scale patterns that I'm trying to sort of promote in my fish, and the brood stock and the offspring that we pick to grow on. And yeah, really rewarding to be able to take these fish to a few nice fisheries around here. Yeah, Draining Down started in November. then supplied a few fish, and lined the ponds. It all happened quite fluid this year. It was really quite a nice little harvest. It happened quite smoothly. It's had it all done before Christmas, in fact. So yeah, really nice to get all that done nice and swiftly, and get some fish picked to go back for another growing season for next year. So that's all sorted. Nice to go into the new year knowing that all my ponds are cleared for fish, ready for the next growing season. So that was nice. And now obviously it's back on the work with A Fisheries, spending another winter with Andrew Ellis, as I always do. Real nice to get out and see a lot of fisheries that we've been supplying and advising all summer, and yeah, cropping fish, whether it's a survey or a cropping exercise. It's really nice to get out and see the customer and see how we can improve their fisheries ready for the next year. And we started in October, I think, and we've been going 5 days a week up until Christmas, and looks like when we get back after New Year we're flat out till March. So plenty to do, but still love it. I think it's an important part for me to get out and see these fisheries and see what's actually happening out there, rather than just being in an office through the winter. Obviously the feed sales are pretty quiet through the winter, as fish tend to be a bit more lethargic and not so keen on feeding or converting their feed into body weight this time of year. So the orders tend to drop off, which works quite well with me with the work with Andrew Ellis. So it works quite well. I think the orders have dropped off quite nicely by the time we'd started. It's always a bit of a panic if it's still warm and the orders are still coming in. I've got to get back to the mill after a day's netting and knock out all the orders. So yeah, thankfully it's worked really well this winter. And yeah, I hope you all had a good year as well on it. Let us know what's been going on and how the feed has been performing for you. Hope you've all had a good Christmas, and that just leaves me to say thank you for all your support in 2019. Hope we hear from you again in 2020. Couldn't do this without any of your support. I've grown the business this last 24 months, I suppose, the last couple of years. It's all gone a bit crazy, and it wouldn't be without your support that I just wouldn't be able to do it. So thanks to you that I've managed to make my hobby my livelihood. So thank you very much again for all your support, and hope we can help you again into 2020. Let us know how you're getting on. Have a great new year, and all the best from BP Milling.